Hello everyone. So this is the part 2 of chapter number 1, that is called Forex exchange rates and Forex business of BFM. So in this video we are going to study characteristics of Forex market, factors affecting Forex exchange rates, and how Forex deals are settled. Now you can see global Forex market handles a total turnover of approximate $5.1 trillion per day. $5.1 trillion per day, while the daily world trade turnover is approximately 2% of this forex turnover. That means business point of view, means country to country business. Import export is only 2%. Then where the 98% is going? The 90% is going only for the profit making, means investment and speculative trading. So this shows that most of the global forex market is done only for the investment purpose and speculative trading only. And not only that, forex market is very highly dynamic. That means rate of major currencies such as USD, GBP, means Great Britain pound, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, euro, they keep on fluctuating every 4 seconds. That means you count 1, 2, 3, 4, the rate of dollar will change. Again, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, the rate of other currency will change. So they keep on changing every 4 seconds. So this shows that in 24 hours, number of changes are 21,600. So this shows that how dynamic is the forex market. Next characteristic is the bulk of forex market or OTC. This term is, you have to remember that OTC means over the counter. Over the counter means out of the counter. Is not conventional. You go to counter and you purchase the forex. So bulk of, that means trades are concluded through telephone or other electronic system with internet accessibility on mobile app. You download the app, you can access the forex market and you can buy or purchase as per your convenience. And major banks, like you might have seen, all the PSBs and private sector banks and other banks also, means foreign banks also, they act as two-way court, means broker. They act as a broker. Okay, so they offer always two-way codes, means one code is for the buying and other code is for the selling. Okay, so they facilitate the buyer for their needs. Okay, and they help the buyer to invest in this forex market. Now we'll see what are the factors which determine the exchange rates. The major factors which are classified into three parts are: number one is the fundamental region, number two is the technical region, and number third means speculative. Speculative means profit making. And I'll just revise once again here: fundamental regions, technical region, and speculative. And fundamental region is further divided into 6 parts. So we'll see one by one. These are balance of payment, economic growth rate of the country, fiscal policy issued by the government, and monetary policy issued by the central bank, like our RBI is here. Interest rate, what is prevailing interest rate in the country is there, and number of political issues are there. So we'll see one by one briefly, like balance of payment. So balance of payment is basically related to surplus leads or deficient. So I mean to say here, it is related to import and export. If export is more, That means the country will generate more forex. So this means surplus leads to stronger home currency, and deficit means if import is more, it will weaken the home currency. Weaken, I'll just explain here. Stronger means the currency is appreciating, means other currency is decreasing, because these are vice versa. If home currency is appreciating, so other currency will automatically depreciate. So I'll just take one example. Let's say today rate of US dollar is 76 rupees, and if our home currency is appreciating, or we can say it is becoming stronger, then the rate of dollar will decrease. So instead of 76 rupees, it will be 75 rupees or below that. So this is called stronger and weakening. Next is the economic growth rate. So high growth rate leads to a rise of import and fall in the value of home currency and vice versa. So you may link here. That means if more import is there, the home currency will weaken, and more export is there, home currency will become stronger. So this is the relation between the economic growth rate of the country. Now, dealing with the fiscal policy and monetary policy, fiscal policy is issued by the government of India. So expansionary policy means where the lower taxes are there, that will lead to higher economic growth, and where high economic growth is there, that will leads to import, and finally it will weaken the home currency. Next, monetary policy. So monetary policy issued by the central government, not central government, central bank such as RBI. And what is the role of this central bank? Central bank tries to attempt to influence and control the interest and money supply. And what is the role of interest and money supply? Money supply also impact the value of currency of their country. So just I will sum up: fiscal policy and monetary policy both have a greater role in deciding the exchange rates of the Indian rupee. Okay, now next we'll see what is the interest rate. So high domestic interest rate tends to attract overseas capital. If interest rate are high, the people of the other country will invest in our country, and it will leads to attract overseas capital, and thus currency will appreciate. But keep in mind, this will be only the short term duration. Then what is the impact in longer duration? If you see, high interest rate will slow the economy down, thereby weakening the currency. So I'll just repeat here, what is the role of the interest rate? In the short term, high interest rate is good, but in the long term, high interest rate is not good for the currency. Means the interest rate continue for a longer duration, it will weaken the home currency. But short duration, it is good for the country. So this point you have to keep in mind. Okay, and we'll take the last point here, the political issue. Means I have taken the last point of the fundamental reason. So what is the political issue? Stable government is very good for the economic growth of the country. Political stability always lead to economic stability, and hence a steady currency, while political instability would have the opposite effect. So that you might have seen in our country also, for many years there might have been many political issues. So due to that, our home currency, means Indian rupee, keep on fluctuating up to some extent. So these were the fundamental reasons. Now we'll see the technical reasons also. Government control can also lead to unrealistic values. Okay, sometimes what happens, the government also impose some restrictions, that is also lead to change in value of the Indian rupee. And free flow of capital from lower interest rate to higher interest rate, as just we have discussed here, these also affect the rate of the currency. And very important last point is the speculative. Higher the speculative, higher the volatility in the rates, because people, those who are investing, I told you in the first also, 98% is business of the forex is done for the speculative and profit making. So people, they are trying to earn more profit due to the forex exchange. So that means higher the speculative, higher the volatility in the rates of the Indian rupee or any currencies there. Now we'll see exchange rate mechanism, like how this forex dealing is settled. So what is the main factor here? Main factor is the time zone of the different countries. Like you might have seen in the picture I've shown here. If in India, if it is 2:40 in the afternoon, you can say in the New York, it is going to be morning at 5:10. Okay, that means in India, if market is going to be closed after 2.5 hours. But still in New York, market will not be open. So this is the difference between time zones. So due to the vastness of the market operating in different time zones, most of the forex deals are done on spot basis. Okay, we'll see what is the term here. Spot basis here means that delivery of the fund takes place on the second working day. Second working day means if deal is done today, second working day you just count. One is today is the first, you can count 2 3, it means 1 plus 2 3. So second working day the deal will be done, because due to the time difference of the different countries. And rate at which the such deals are done are known as spot rates. Okay, and keep in mind, spot rates are the base rate for the other forex rates also. So whenever the dealing is done, nothing is mentioned the dealing, so it is considered that it has been done only in the spot rates. Now we'll see, other than the spot rates, there are also some rates also here. So you can see here, uh, ready or cash, tom stand for tomorrow, and spot. So we have already told you a spot, we'll deal once again, and then forward. Okay, so we'll see one by one. So ready or cash, if settlement of fund takes place on the same working day, means on the date of deal. Like I took example, if today is the first, or you can say today is the 17th October. Okay, any date you can assume. Then if deal is done, means transaction is settled today only, then this deal is called ready or cash. Like in our day-to-day market, if you go marketing, we also do settlement on the ready or cash basis only. So I've given example here. If deal date is 11th October 2021 and settlement of currency is done on a same day, that means 11th October 2021, so this is called ready or cash. Same. Second example you can see here. If deal is done on 10th March 2021 and deal means settlement is done on the same day, that means 10th March 2021, then we call it is ready or cash. Okay. Now we'll see Tom. If settlement of fund takes place on the next day, Tom stands for tomorrow. Next day. From the deal of the day, means you add +1, then it is called Tom rate or tomorrow. I'll just take one example here. If deal is done, means today you have done the deal, but settlement of means exchange of currency is taking place tomorrow. So today is, let's say today is 11th October 2021, but settlement is done on next day, means 12th October 21. So it will be called as Tom deal. Okay, you can see the second example also. If deal is done on 10th March 2021, but if settlement is done on 11th March 2021, so this is called Tom deal. Means T plus 1. You just add 1, you'll get tomorrow. So this is called Tom deal. Okay, next spot. So settlement of fund takes place on the second working day. Means if deal is done today, t plus 2, just add 2, है ना. Like example, I have taken your example 11th October 2021, you just add 2, so we'll get 13 October 2021. So this is called spot rate. Okay, and same second example you can say here, like if deal is done on 10th March 2021, you add 2, you'll get 12th March 2021. Okay, and forward, if delivery or settlement of fund takes place any other day after spot, keep in mind after spot, then we call it a forward rate. For example, if deal we have done 13th March 2021, spot rate will be plus 2, means 15th March 2021, but forward rate will be any date after 15. You just remove the 15, any date, means 16 March, 17 March, 18 March, or after 1 month, after 2 months, after 3 months, after 4 months. So any date after spot date will be called as a forward rate. Understood? Now we'll take the second examples also. If deal is done on 1st June, let us say this is the 1st June, and spot date will be 3rd June, means 1 plus 2, 3, 3rd June, then forward rate means maybe any date after spot date, means maybe 4th June, 5th June, 6th June, 7th June, 8th June, alright, maybe July also, any date on July, September, October, whatever. So these all become the forward rate. Okay, so I'll just revise here because these rates are very, very important. I just revise once again here, means ready or cash if deal and settlement are done on the same date is called ready or cash. Term means deal is done today, then settlement will be next day after 1 day. Okay, and spot will be if deal is done today but settlement is done after 2 days, then it's called spot rate. And forward is any date after the spot is called forward rate. Okay, so I think this will be helpful for you the coming CIB examination. So please watch my next video also. Stay tuned with me. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Good day.